Let's go over to Dodgy Bay, Levi.
Yeah, and it was shameful that that quote that I did. That was from Hamlet. That wasn't very good. That's not actually playing at Bard on the Beach, but I had to do the one line that I knew. Before we get into what's happening at Bard, give us something here, Christopher, right to camera.
As flies to wanton boys are we to the gods. They kill us for their sport.
And that is from King Lear, which is the set we're on right now that is still set up here.
That's right. This is the King Lear set. And then it transfers and transforms amazingly into the Comedy of Errors.
And tell us a little bit about what is playing right now this year at Bard.
Well, there's a big week this week because comedy's already open, but King Lear opens this week. And on the Howard Family stage in the Douglas Campbell Theatre, about 100 yards away, we open Love's Labour's Lost this week also. And then finally, Shakespeare's Rebel, which is a world premiere, a brand new play, opens next week.
Okay, so let's talk now Comedy of Errors, because the one thing about Bard on the Beach, I mean, there's so many great things about Bard, is that it's never just the classic version of the Shakespeare classic.
Well, that's right, and it is different this year. Scott Bellis, the director of the Comedy of Errors, and Pam Johnson, the designer, have designed this extraordinary set. It's not up right now, but I know you're seeing Pam Johnson later on, and she'll explain it all to you. But it's all this sort of Victorian industrial revolution look, and then exploded by a sort of Jules Verne, H.G. Wells idea. And so this whole set is something that our audiences will have never seen before. It really takes you somewhere else. Comedy of Errors is the shortest of Shakespeare's plays.
And you know what? You just got to come and see it. Bard on the Beach, running until September 26th. Russ, we heard how Christopher Gaze did one of the lines from
King Lear.
From King Lear. Do you have anything that you can kind of bring?
Yeah, that's good that I had all night to prepare for that. No, I don't have a lot of King Lear lines just sort of tumbling through the back of my head right now, but I'll stick to what I know best, or at least what I pretend to know best, which is the...
Yeah, it's so dark out here. It's so dark. Oh, wait. Trapdoor. Always wanted to do that here at Bard on the Beach. Coming up next, we're going to talk props and set design for Comedy of Errors. Stay with us. I'm going to stay in here. This is nice and quiet. Nap time. It always feels like summer has started when Bard on the Beach is here, because we always have the beautiful backdrop here in Vanier Park. And right now we're on a stage that actually houses two different plays. Pam, we've got King Lear and we've also got Comedy of Errors. What is involved in the transformation of a stage for two productions?
Well, you have to share a basic stage. So King Lear is our basic stage, and it's very minimal. It's this structure that you see behind me, wood, timbers, medieval. And then for Comedy of Errors, we change over to sort of a Jules Verne, sort of steampunk look.
So that's where set pieces like this are very valuable, right?
Yeah, so this is where they come in. And these just roll in. They're on casters, and they just roll in and plug in underneath the deck here and fill the whole opening down below. And it creates this steampunk look. All the cogs and wheels move, and steam comes pouring out of pipes, and so it's really fun. It's very animated and very like a character itself.
Let's talk a little bit about props, because here's an example of, hey, two chairs, two different productions, clearly very different.
This one is King Lear, very traditional, very medieval, and then there's Comedy of Errors, which is on casters. We use them a lot for ladders and standing on and moving around and all that kind of stuff.
I love this. So we're going to talk props here, and this is a very key piece, and you guys make the props here, and people might even be able to recognize some of the elements.
Yeah, we have a milk crate, we have a stove element, we cast out of plastic all these cogs, so they're all rubbery, and then of course the pièce de résistance, tuna cans on an umbrella.
I love it, and obviously this is a steampunk, I guess almost like a fusion with Comedy of Errors that is happening here at Bard on the Beach. Bard on the Beach is on now here in Vanier Park until September 26th. Bard on the Beach is on right now until September 26th, and one of the elements of Comedy of Errors, Amy, is that it has a steampunk element to it.
It does.
So what exactly is steampunk?
Steampunk it's something that grew out of Victorian science fiction, Jules Verne and all of that, but it's not something that really got a lot of traction until the 80s, and it's Victorian with then everything mechanical and fantastical, sort of the imagined world of Victorian innovation in the future.
And I think one of the great things about the talents of the wardrobe department here at Bard on the Beach is that you might have elements of costumes that have been used in previous productions, but you actually have to tweak them and reinvigorate them.
It's true. We have an amazing costume stock here at Bard on the Beach. It's one of our biggest resources. So of course we build new things for every show. But we also get to go back to things, and we've done a lot of Victorian shows. So for something like this, we can pull a Victorian coat, put some cogs, put some buttons, a little bit of leather.
Including what you've done here with the twins costume.
Now these are actually original builds, so these were built for it because we have these two characters who need to look almost exactly the same, but they're mirrored, as you can see. So until you see them together on stage, you don't quite figure out what's different about them. But you'll see it when they're together.
Fantastic. And then I got to check this out. Tell me about this hat here.
Now this is our crazy doctor character, Dr. Pinch. So he's our sort of, he's behind the scenes running the machine. And as you can tell, he's a little bit crazy.
Hey, how did you know? That's like my personality. By the way, once again, Bard on the Beach on now until September 26th. I think I'd like to take this home.